Flaunted, and next 2 days definitely see them those kind of vibe. We see some artists in the house, say this is my house, the next 2 years, you see your house will like unity, you understand? Some of them rent and lie to the people, but we just have to keep it real, because I just believe in keeping it real, because I came from nothing, like nothing. From the
seconds, you're not Uruguay, John Dramani Mahama. On in Bosso Pony Yama or Yama to Mamufoy or my and you are Mamufi South Africa with me do a mobile and Danasi. A toss on Red Cup, brother. Maybe the may share pass and you bet me a sister Ghana, you bet me the carpono. And a dear, no matter what you are, dear Beji.
Your top fan baby, you dear now we're expecting a film.
Sir, Minya. In Samboni bien film. Say, you like for to kwa ni adia dia bezu hwemu no. Me pese ye be World Cup no. Na asumdie ababoko. Na other say Spain, Argentina, ebu baako. Ade World Cup. Ye de yenka ho bi.
Who expectation for World Cup nankasa e
Spain. For me, I will go for Spain.
For the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Say, me predictions then can say, Yeni Abia Argentina and shower finals, and any Spain and shower finals. That's what I'm predicting for.
My expectation is to see South Africa win the cup and play Amapiano final, Nakupenda, and the final. I want South Africa to win.
Because teams no be well prepared into no you say but Ghana everything akoya.
What are your expectations for the Morocco versus USA match?
Morocco versus USA me there Morocco be winning.
Okay. So what are your expectations for the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup?
Okay, me there me a Ghanaian. I'm proud of my country Ghana. Me feel say Ghana on winning match first match or winning first match Maya yeni beji so me your hope second we the Ghana.
So what's your whole expectation for the 2026 FIFA World Cup?
My whole expectation, I hope Ronaldo to win the World Cup. That's my expectation for the World Cup. For Ronaldo to win the World Cup is my biggest expectation.
So what's your whole expectation for the FIFA 2026?
My own expectation is I want to see a good football playing. The referee officiating should be well. And one thing I'm assured that all the teams, there are 48 teams, everyone went there to do well. So we want to see good officiation, good football. Then that's all what I can say. Yeah.
Thank you.
It matters a lot. We all want to see our, how do I call them, stars performing well. To me, like this, my belief is in Ronaldo first. And when I take Ronaldo, I take my own player, my striker in Ghana, Semenyo. Yes, I'm praying that guy should perform, do well in this World Cup because he's doing well in England. At the same time, his own team, Man City, is doing well. So I'm praying that Semenyo and my chief, my Odogu, Ronaldo, to perform well in this World Cup. That's two people I want to see in this World Cup. Yes.
For the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup.
I'm expecting England better World Cup. That's my expectation.
And I offer World Cup ni nambe we no. E die na wo hwe nim ewom.
World Cup na me hwe nim ni na de. Me hwe Ghana nim ene Argentina nim to the final.
Okay, my whole expectation, to be honest, in this tournament is for Ghana Black Stars to get to at least probably semi-final or quarter-final. That's my expectation. At least that's a fact. That's my real emotion. That's what I wish. So for Ghana Black Stars to get to at least quarter-final, semi-final, if they can really do that for us, I think we are going to be proud of them. So, and I pray they can surprise everyone in the tournament.
Dear Michel Nini said, Pesa Ghana, you develop womb. You win baby, a bear 7 matches equal 8 more. Not winning bonus, no endorsement. A hand, a FIFA more Ghana Basso. In Pesa Ghana prayer when you could Ghana prayer Bakunya fair player and on your best player. Our tournament in Ghana prayer and your best player or tournament in one. Ghana, you didn't be anymore World Cup.
Nina Mberry and Diana Wankasa will share him.
The American is a match in now, baby, you know. Now, World Cup now for fair Ghana. Media, young Kurumudi, I de buy him a Nijeso. Nina Bekoy, you know. Now be to the na Ghana, your Peja Frank, your Peja Capono, Akosro. You to one Peja Crania, Bora Fanas or Nasa Lusukrana, Ayamaye, Yadasi, Yamisro Bibia.
Countries in Ghana, they say you didn't Ghana by Morocco. South Africa for the only for the film. Now more can it be
World Cup ni Nambery and Edian Sona will share him.
The American anyone said the Baya Bibia Becoboko, Yan T. de Bia, because they said the US iron. Walk or qua or Japan and Squan and Yamson, baby BNC. Yen I ever caught near Bobia, Conima Mushroom Bium. Ghana so dem say Baomis senior match na ekono me momu de makoma anim say Ghana betimi age World Cup na ba be betimi akoyanim yetimi qualify first rounds no cry yade Ghana de me sara me hunu say we qualify first no cry yade.
Top 5 countries, I'll go for Portugal, Argentina, then France, and about Africa, say Senegal, any England. I mean, I know me team no dear, me team, but team I mean, some better me ya dear pan. No, I have 5 teams. I have my bomb. Say we show my players, I know my performance. I was recently friendly, so I'm more boy in there. One I mean, say better me at least wonders our tournament.
Top 5 teams. The World Cup. Those who win the World Cup. You want the top 5 who win the World Cup. Okay, first I'll tip my own country, Ghana, Brazil, France, Argentina, then Portugal. This is the top 5. I believe in me that they can do well in this World Cup.
Okay, thank you. First of all, top 5 countries. I will choose Spain first. Second by France, England, Portugal, Argentina.
Why?
I want to say recently in Spain, I'm a champions of Europe. And I heard Spain guys now. Obia Beje World Cup. No? The last time I was Spain, winning World Cup, it was South Africa. No? Now our Barcelona players, almost about 9. Now 7 and they started our national team. Omunyina also started our Barcelona national team. It is almost national team no obia so bo ma wonim de ode there I remember another example. German. The last time a German winning World Cup. Na German I was Bayern Munich players almost best 8 or 9. Omunyina started with Bayern Munich. And he from our national team. Omunyina ko started with national team no. Ekobasa wa unya players 10 about the same club. Ya omo ba national team omo san be started. Omunya bo a obia nim de ode there so what am I say Spain now recently we just Spain team ne kura wo mo dey bana they have young chaps the likes of Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams and the rest so and now almost 9 players 9 or 8 almost free Barcelona there but the same thing and the call South Africa it is Spain a favorite England now me too soon for the third England media hype Mami set the example about the likes of Anthony Gordon, Marcus Rashford and the rest media na am hype come Anthony Gordon and converted 70 million euros a media hype maybe a Barcelona fan but we are all praying say ebe there ebe famano to me no that's my opinion Spain a favorite Argentina so Argentina oma build our national team no Atletico Madrid tell me the can catch it say we club be our better World Cup now omo best 7 or 6 players are starting with the same club here Atletico Madrid Argentina built the national team with Atletico Madrid our best 6 players are equal up for Argentina yeah we nyina start with Atletico Madrid team we nyina so start with Argentina national team it is a surprise no my boy for so many years no so boma omunim de omde ye den yeah
now offer your top 5 countries.
Okay, Ghana, Spain, France, Argentina, and Portugal. Oh, like ball more born like a swing, like on bomb home modern. So what I say, like their style of play cry FA, and a born so munimbo. Almost answer experience. We in our first time, almost perform your World Cup. On my back to back. See, that's what I see from them.
Me to me no me say Argentina sanje. Argentina 1, Spain, Portugal, England, and am the Brazil account. Then time say Argentina agene say only defending champions. On them last year players na on the last 4 years no more like 4 binary abe frame. Argentina a favorite so betima asanje.
So what top 5 countries do you think can make it in the World Cup?
Me countries are pesto Portugal, France, Argentina, Morocco is a favorite. And Ghana their team are away there better. JJ
First I'm going to need it. Ghana. Because I papa ever fear so yeah. And then who say kita team yeah, Ghana. Me choose Ghana first. Now I choose Portugal second. Now I choose Argentina, Germany. Now I feel the last one I choose England.
Number 1 Argentina and Portugal and Brazil and Argentina. Ghana so count. Yes, me clone Ghana. Me country Ghana count.
5. I want South Africa to win. 1 South Africa, 2 South Africa, 3 South Africa, 4 South and 5 to South Africa. Because I like them, the way they are. I see myself in them, how they do their things, the piano and everything. I just love South Africa, and I want them to win.
The top 5 countries you're expecting to do well in the World Cup.
Oh, for my side, my favorite teams, I have 2 by 5 there. My Portugal, first one. That's my top ranking. Then I'll call France. Then I'll call Croatia. Then last one I'm Ghana.
Okay.
They say me Ghana. They say they am choose Ghana shim.
Argentina be qualified for World Cup. Because Argentina for no or more quality players. So what I say, yes, Argentina for me and yeah, Spain for no. It's a bit magic. Cap and if you say, players, where a new pa. So what I say, you say, own players, more quality players. Our money bubble. Who say yes. players ni ball. They say they mean you can, but maybe 2 teams play. Me mount 5 teams country be 2 countries, Argentina, Spain. Maybe no.
First of all, my first team on person winning World Cup there, England. The second team, Portugal. Third team, France. And US. So we born home more than Kakra and Croatia. Top 5 person born more than World Cup. Oh, man, who say England? The past 12 years, England or World Cup, we are performance near fine. But I say on team in Kofanas, but England or Conanima, Croatia or Conanim. Until I'm who say, I could do finance.
Oh, actually, Ghana there. We say Ghana there. 5 countries there. Ghana is my favorite winning. Say it back of finance. Ghana, Argentina, Portugal, England, and Morocco. I think Africa country, 2 countries. Ghana, Morocco.
And now,
top 5 crown 2 pe. Mexico ni Ghana.
Today in Mexico and Ghana bet me winning.
Yeah, in Mexico, there was some borders go more. Rather than Gasa, shot to us or one as you know. On no first second year for first. Why?
First, because of home support. Mean team Chaga number. Second team, Spain. We share Spain. Materials Ekutam, players Ekutam, almost some your favorites. Third, France. Wow, we did that. Defending champion. Fourth, I'm say Argentina. Argentina social place Ekutam, so I'm so bomb Muhammad. My last team, and Belgium. Belgium, so because of Dokunti, almost so.
Welcome to GhanaWeb TV. This is the second match of the day regarding our coverage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, our first game ended in favor of Spain, securing a 4-0 win against their opponents. And so we are coming on to the second game, which features Uruguay, who will be taking on Cape Verde. Now, Cape Verde and Uruguay both drew their first games. And so if they are nurturing the ambition of securing qualification, they would have to make sure that they win today's game to put them, in a comfortable zone for qualification. Now, both sides are coming in with their best players and hoping for the best. Vozinha, as he said, after the game against Spain, he emerged, as the hero of the day. Getting social media hype and all that. Will he be able to live up to the billing this evening? It remains to be seen. Welcome back to our show. This is GhanaWeb TV coverage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, this coverage is made possible via our sponsors, which includes Rush Energy Drink. Rush says, be bold, be you. Mind you that it's not recommended for persons under 18. We also have Usla Enterprise. Usla Enterprise, they are also there to provide you with generator sets and then water pump and other equipment that you may need when it comes to building. We have Just Chinese. Just Chinese provides you with the best meal and dishes that you need. Fried rice, jollof rice, and then any other dish that you need. Just Chinese is there for you. Verna Natural Mineral Water says that nature's finest. They are the finest when it comes to mineral water in Ghana. DSTV, so much more. Your exclusive broadcaster of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. They are showing all 104 matches live in HD, not in ordinary camera quality. They are giving you high definition quality with regards to the World Cup matches. Now, Kunori Cosmetics is also says share radiance butter. It keeps your skin glowing as long as you want it. And so they are also part of our sponsors. Let's go take a quick breather. When we return, we'll get straight into the pre-match analysis.
Big goal. Bigo Cola is changing the game and giving away free cash. Introducing the Bigo Scan and Win promo. Your chance to enjoy great taste and win instant cash every day. Just buy a bottle of Bigo Cola, locate the QR code on the label, scan with your smartphone, watch the video and enter your details and stand a chance to win instant cash. No waiting, no stress, just real rewards instantly. From everyday refreshment to unexpected rewards, Bigo Cola is more than a drink, it's an experience. So what are you waiting for? Grab your Bigo Cola today, scan the code and win big.
Bigo, big on taste, refresh your vibes.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
This advert is FDA approved.
Pregnant women and lactating mothers. This advert is...
Every game starts with pressure. The pressure to move faster, push harder, go further. On the pitch, every second matters, every sprint, every tackle, every chance. The world watches.
Now, let me continue to acknowledge the rest of our sponsors for the coverage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And we have Furniture City. Furniture City says that they provide sofas, recliners, coffee tables, and TV units. And so, I mean, as the World Cup is ongoing, you need, quality TV sets, and then you need sofas where if you have a guest or, your household, if they needed a place to sit, that's where they will need to sit and enjoy the games. And so Furniture City is there for you if you need any of these items. You have Malcolm where Ghana shops. Almost everything you need, from electrical appliances to grocery to almost everything, Malcolm is there for you. You can visit their branches across the country and you get whatever that you want. Bigo Cola says, if we're having any events, engagements, weddings, parties, anything at all, Bigo Cola is there to provide all those services, or it's there to help you serve the needs of your guests as well. 369 Gym and Wellness Center, they operate on a 24-hour basis. Yes, there are some gyms who operate throughout the day, during the daytime, and then they close in the nights. But this one, they provide a 24-hour service, and also, most importantly, they have massage service within the gym. And so, after gymming, you feel some sort of tiredness, you can go to the massage section for a massage, and then you can go home and rest peaceful. So 369 Gym and Wellness Center is also there for you. They are located at East Legon. That's where you can locate them. We have Emmeline Logistics. Yes, Emmeline Logistics, your trusted paint and plaster board supplier. When it comes to paint and waterproof paint, and then the best plaster boards, they provide you with all those items that you would need. I have with me here my guests. I have Frank Achampon, who initially was hosting, and then now I'm replacing him now. I also have Harry with us. Guys, welcome back.
Thank you, Ben.
The first game, Spain winning 4-0. I think they are in the same group with Uruguay and then Cape Verde as well. With the scoreline that Spain recorded in the earlier game, how do you think it will, the effect will have on this game? The players coming in knowing that Spain won, and then they also need to get, the 3 maximum points if they want to qualify. Harry.
All right. Thank you once again. Good evening to our cherished viewers. I want to use this opportunity to wish a very happy Father's Day to every father or every man watching us live on YouTube. We are grateful for you watching us. Please keep watching, comment, like, and share. Now, this World Cup has been an interesting one. Like I said earlier, the Spanish team that recorded the 4-0 victory against Saudi, I make it known that coming into this game, this Uruguay and Cape Verde match, whoever will win needs to also score more goals. If not, you can win with a slight margin and then hope for the best, because the last matches are going to be what will determine who qualifies. So if Uruguay wins, they have 4 points. If Cape Verde wins, they have 4 points, because every team was having 1 point from the first round of games. And so that game was an eye-opener. And then we also saw how the coach made some changes in the team and it brought the result for him. So I expect a high level intensity game from both Cape Verde and then Uruguay because anyone can qualify from this group. But when you look at the way the matches are going, Cape Verde is going to play Saudi Arabia in their last match, which can be a cracker for them. So if they could pick a point against Uruguay and manage to roughly win against Saudi, it could help them. Though I don't see it being an easy journey, but from the look of things, all the teams are having equal strength, except Spain, who were able to walk over Saudi Arabia today. And so I'll urge both teams. I have my favorite players with each team. Though I'm an African, I'm supporting Cape Verde, but my best player, Federico, is in Uruguay. And so I'm wishing him the best, but I will still love the African continent to make us proud. So I think that's what I have to say about the previous game.
That's all you have to say. So let me tell you a brief story. So Vozinha, as I said earlier, was the hero in the first game against Spain due to the brilliant saves that he made. Now, right after the game, he was interviewed where he made mention of the fact that his mom wanted to be at the stadium to watch him play, but unfortunately, due to visa issues, his mom was denied, or his mom couldn't make it. And so when that became public, then the U.S. State Department heard about it, and then they felt the need to make sure that since Vozinha has gained that recognition, it will be prudent for them to get his mom all the way from Cape Verde to the U.S. And lo and behold, Vozinha's mother, who is Ana Candida Ivora, is currently at the stadium. I brought this story in, Frank. There's been a lot of criticisms regarding how the U.S. has handled issues, visa issues, issue pertaining to immigration and all that. Does this act seem to say that it's not that they are cruel in quotes towards people, but it's in the interest of the nation? Does it speak anything about the U.S. intentions?
It does. It does. And like you put it, it doesn't mean Trump is being cruel if the U.S. is denying visa to the people that wanted to go and watch the games. But I think it's because how vulnerable the American country is. It is prone to attacks and deadly attacks, and you wouldn't want to soil a whole tournament if we are to get an attack on. So they are just being careful. So you can't really blame them if you are denied a visa. And it won't be everyone that was there. As we've seen that people were denied visas, there are also thousands, millions of people who traveled to go and watch. So it's a 50-50 this thing, and you can't blame Trump and the United States for denying. And just like they showed against Vozinha's mom, it's football, and football brings people together. That's where we preach the love and you make friends and all that. So it doesn't take anything away from what Trump and the United States decided to do, curtailing the visa arrivals and all that. So it's just their country. They decide what to do, and we can't fault them for whatever they did.
Talking of Vozinha, we know his heroics in the first game against Spain, and then what is expected of him. All eyes are on him in this game. What do you expect from him?
He will be brimming with confidence. He will be in high hopes. But I just hope that doesn't eat into his mind, because once you get too confident, once you become too, you think you've seen it all, that's where the errors start coming. And I just hope and I wish that tonight he will be focused like he was against Spain and not let the pressure. And then now, because against Spain he was less known and nobody was even making a look at him, because they didn't expect him to show up. But now you've shown up, and now all eyes are on you. So when these things get into your head, now you are in the post thinking, millions are watching me, my mom is even on the stands, I need to
I need to do something to show my mom that I'm the best, and I want to make Cape Verde go all the way to the round of 32. And that's when the nerves set in. So I just hope that he'll be focused, and I expect his defense to also shield him, because see, football is a team game, and it normally you don't expect just one person to keep showing up. So last week it was Vosina showing up, saving his team. Tonight I expect the whole team to also bail him out on occasion where he wouldn't be able to make saves. Just shield him, make goal line clearances, and they should not let the Spain point that they took make them think that they are up there. They aren't. They should just take it step by step.
They should just take it step by step. So the lineup for both sides are in. So let's start with Cape Verde. In post we have Vozinha, and then on the back line we have Moreira, Lopez, Borges, then Lopez again, and in midfield we have Lenini, and then you have Akanjo, Mendes, Montero, Rodriguez, and Benchimore leading the attack. Now on the parts of Uruguay, we have Muslera, the experienced Muslera, Varela, Caceres, Oliveira, Sanabria. Then in midfield, we have Ugarte, Bentancur, Canobio, Valverde, Araujo, and then leading the attack, we have Vinas. Araujo is not the Barcelona's Araujo. This attacking player Araujo that we are talking about here. Harry, let me come to you. The Uruguayan side, have a lot of, let's say, household names in football. As to whether they will be played together as a unit and gel to, grind out the necessary results is what we are waiting to be seen. What do you expect from, the lineup? You got Valverde, your main man is in the, quite a number of household names among their squad. What do you expect them, as they weren't able to break down Saudi in the first game? What do you expect them to do in this game?
All right, so I expect Uruguay to come out all blazing in this particular game. Uruguay has won only one match in their last 5 World Cup games. That was just 2022, and that win came again against Ghana, 2-0. So when you look at their last 5 games in the World Cup, you realize that they have a lot of things to do. Not even that alone. In their last 5 matches they've played, they've not won any. They've drew only 1, and then they've drew 4 and then lost 1. And so I want them to put all this behind them and then come up positively and be able to salvage a point in this game, because coming to this group, everybody felt Spain, Uruguay are the top teams to actually qualify. But it's proving to be different from what we expect. When you look at the attack, their last game they played against Saudi, they played 27 shots, only 10 on target. Right? So that should tell you that, well, they are working on their attack, but how efficient are they? So when you compare this Uruguay team with the one that Suarez was leading, you will see there are some disparities. The attack is not as efficient as it used to be. And so this time they need to be very careful. If they make some changes up front, just like the way the Spanish team made, and then they were able to score 4 goals, probably it might help them. But here, like the case, there is a certain Cape Verde goalkeeper who is doing his best to put his country on the map. Yeah, and so you can never tell. You can have a good day yesterday, and today you have a bad day, just like the Saudi Arabia goalkeeper had, because he faced 27 shots against Uruguay and made 10 saves. But today he faced 8 shots on target, considered 4. Right? And so for me, I think this Uruguay side needs to be more clinical in front of goal, because they will go all out blazing. They will go all out attacking. But how clinical are the strikers? If they can take advantage of the opportunities that they are getting, then voila, they can get their 3 points. But if Vozinha still says, no, I won't give you the chance, then that is where there's going to be a very, very difficult situation for them. And so, well, they are here. The name Uruguay is not the name that will play the game on the pitch, it's the players' output. So I expect the midfielders to also live up to expectation, do all the work. They are players that can strike from long range distances. Ugarte is there, Valverde is there, and I don't expect them to feel relaxed, even though the Cape Verdeans are going to come up with a very, very, very compact formation. Very, very they wouldn't want to concede. So they are going for the same formation they played against the Spanish side. And so I'm in for a very thrilling, entertaining, in fact, tactical battle today. I can't wait. I can't wait.
You can't wait. So Harry can't wait for the game between Uruguay and Cape Verde coming up shortly. Now, history plays a role in football. History tells us where these teams are coming from, what they've done in the tournament, or what's their achievements in the past, and we use that to, determine how they will be able to fare in their current situation. And so Uruguay, they are two-time world champions. However, winning the tournament in 1930 and 1950. That's quite a long time. And so it clearly tells you that although they have the history in recent times, they seem not to be that team that's, when I'm going to the World Cup, I mentioned the big boys, they would be parts of. However, history maintains that they are two-time world champions. Now, and this is their 15th World Cup. In terms of their all-time stats, they've played 59 games, won 25, drawn 13, and then lost 21. Goals scored 89, goals conceded 76. Now, current coach Marcel Bielsa, he has been at the helm of us first for some time, and he is hoping to make sure that history or the trophy that has eluded them for quite some time, they will be able to win it finally to restore the glory days of the team. Harry, shortly, regarding the history or the pedigree back in Uruguay coming into this game, if you are looking at history, then this match is a David versus Goliath game.
Exactly.
But
not just even the world history. When you look at Uruguay's performance against African teams, it's been very abysmal on behalf, like on our side. Even the last editions of the matches that we've met from 2018, let's say from 2010 up to 2022, they've won all the matches. They scored South Africa 3-0 at the group stage. When they met Ghana, it was 1-1, and then they scored Ghana again. And then they scored Egypt 1-0. And so, against African teams, they've always had that edge over us. I don't know whether it's fear of intimidation or we hear the name Uruguay, then we are shaking. But then they've had impressive record, like in the last 4 editions of the World Cup against African teams. And so this is, like you said, a Goliath versus a David affair. But I always say that Cape Verde is a team that you can't write them off. And I always use the last edition of the AFCON as an example, where they were able to even score Ghana, drew against Egypt, and then qualify to the knockout stage. And so Cape Verde has positioned itself as a country that is able to fight in tournaments, even though they are not used to playing a lot of tournaments. Anytime they make appearance, they make their impression, they make their mark, and they leave the stage with an impressive record. You won't even notice that they are either first timers or they are greenhorns. That is why when they came against Spain, they were able to pull off that famous draw. And so I'm not writing them off, but history shows that Uruguay is ahead of us. And like you said, David and Goliath are first. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen in this game. And then Valverde, if you look at his club status at Real Madrid, how when, it gets to points where the team needs a savior. Okay, so Luis Suarez is at the stadium. I'm enjoying the scenes. Here to support Uruguay. We all know Suarez exploits. And unfortunately, Ghanaians wouldn't want to hear of his name. So let's end it there. Valverde, club side, what he's been able to do. Captain for the Los Blancos.
Yes.
Champions League, when it matters, from nowhere. But when he transitions to the national team, it appears that the same level of performances is unable to replicate it here. Arguments may seem that different crop of players that he's playing with. But what do you think Valverde can do to help his side?
Yeah, so Valverde and Real Madrid, and then versus Valverde and Uruguay is 2 different scenarios. At Real Madrid, sometimes he plays even as a right back. at Real Madrid, sometimes he plays as a midfielder. Now, his stats at the end of last season, he scored 9 goals and then 13 impressive assists, which last 2 seasons, he was supposed to even score 12 goals as a benchmark that Ancelotti set for him. Now, when it comes to the national team, this is a different ball game together. This is a different coach with different tactics. You don't know how he deploys him. Now, he goes into the game trying to drop deep and then work around the defensive midfield more often in the national team. Unlike when you give him a free role that play as a 6 for me, go and come, do whatever you want. And that is the reason why there was a time at Real Madrid, he doesn't score goals, but then you could see the coach telling him that, okay, this particular game, operate from all sides of the pitch for me. Be a utility player for me. And in that game, he can score 2. He can score 1. The next game, he's missing because they deploy him at different positions. And so I think the coach needs to look at how he's being used at Real Madrid and then give him that free role.
I think here, per the formation, he's playing behind the striker.
Yes, so these ones can help him because he likes long range shots.
Yeah.
And most often, golazos. So when you give him that free range, those are the things that helped us 2021 to win the Champions League. He scored some extraordinary goals that helped the team to come out from certain difficult situations. Even against Man City, look at the goal he scored last season. Beautiful 2 goals. And so I think the coach needs to watch those games, give him the freedom that, look, you are not a limited player because he has a lot of energy to operate. So I think the coach just have to deploy him well. Don't limit him. When you limit him, he'll be limited. And that is why when he's playing at right back, you could see him moving just along that line with either Brahim or Rodrigo, whoever plays up front, right? So he just needs to be deployed well. Don't limit the guy because he's hard as well. He's hard. Tackle, everything. He can defend. So we were even saying that the coach should start using him as a goalkeeper because he's a utility player.
He is a utility player. The match is about to start. Harry, finally. I mean, talk to me about the Cape Verdean side, the squad that they've paraded.
Yes.
Mendes is their best player, but against Spain, it was Vozinha who was their savior, although he also did job, but we didn't see his quality, having an effect on the game. Coming into this game, your thoughts on the coach's approach against this Uruguay side, and then Mendes' influence?
Yeah, so this particular game, we need a lot of energy and pressing. When you press the players from their 18, they cannot bring the ball out of the 18 and come and play in your defense. So I think the first thing that he did is to bench Livramento, who started last match. And then he brought in Tuliati. Now, this guy is having 12 goals from last season, which means, well, he's been impressive. Because if you play 26 games and then you have 12 goals, probably you are doing well. That's already 0.96 goals per game. And so this guy can be able to press the Uruguayans from the back. Since he didn't start the previous game, I expect him to have a lot of energy that can help him press this defense so that they don't come to their backyard and be fooling over there. When you give them the opportunity, they will score you. Because this is a team that has put 27 shots to a goal in their last match. And so they don't have to be playing around your 18-yard box. So I think they say the best form of attack is to defense, right? Yeah. But he is attacking from defense, from the forward. So the number 9 should be able to press. That's my issue with Jordan Ayew when he was playing the game, but he wasn't pressing the defense. But when you have a young player who is pressing the defense, I think it helps the midfielders to also cover up. And then your 4-5-1 formation becomes very useful. But when you want to sit back and watch them, they come to you with the ball, they do whatever they want to do, and then at the end of the day, you concede because you can't be lucky all the time. When you're playing against a team that has played 27 shots on target, let's forget that they are not even efficient in front of goal. But let's assume they are making the effort. Once the effort is coming and they play 10 shots on target, definitely, if not because of the heroes of a goalkeeper, you could have conceded. So you may not be lucky this time around. And so I think the start of the attack with the young guy, I think for me makes it positive for me from this Cape Verdean side. They can actually build on that and then come up with flying colors.
Your prediction, should we expect the Spain Cape Verde, sort of game, or Uruguay?
I don't expect a 4-0, 3-0 win unless there is a red card.
Okay.
Unless there's a red card. But I expect a very high tense game, a very, very high tense tactical battle with strength, because I know Cape Verde like to play with strength. The same as Uruguay with their South American football, they play a lot of strength. So I'll just go for, I think, 2-1, 1-0, or probably 2-2.
In favor of? I against Spain, you made mention, you were giving your analysis.
Yeah.
You made it obvious that
Spain will win 4-0.
snatch, the Cape Verde Spain, the first game,
yes,
they could snatch a draw, at least get a draw.
Yes.
And I was honestly skeptical about it, but at the end of the day, it came to pass that yes, they were able to do that.
Yes.
So, are you going in favor of Cape Verde or?
So over here, the strength of the teams. Is the Spanish side is a different side as compared to the Uruguayan side when it's come to this kind of game. When you are playing a team of the Spanish nature, when you play with strength, they find it difficult to actually contain you.
Okay.
But when these two teams with the strength, then I think it matches. So it's difficult to actually just say, but if Cape Verde draw this game, I'll be okay, because they may then score Saudi Arabia.
Harry,
because I want them to score Saudi Arabia.
You made mention of 2-1 or something. I want you to be specific. If a side is supposed to win, which side are you going for?
You see, I don't want to settle on one because
I'm pushing you to the one to choose.
Yes, the reason is that I have my favorite player and then I have my favorite country.
Choose Uruguay or Cape Verde.
I will bet on them.
You are not being fair. So I will go as ready to Frank to take us through the commentary.
All the pressure is in sky blue tonight. Uruguay are expected to win. For Cape Verde, they are just expected to compete, and that is psychological differences will become the deal breaker tonight. Coach Marcelo Bielsa has started the team that started against Saudi Arabia, making 2 changes. Sanabria coming on for Vina and Canobio coming on for Nunes. For Cape Verde, Coach Bobisa has also made 3 changes. Rodriguez, Akanjo, and Benchmore all coming on for Cabral, Duarte, and Livramento. Imposed, the all-dependent Fernando Muslera is imposed for Uruguay. Varela, Caceres, Oliveira, and Sanabria are the defenders. In midfield, there is Ugarte and Bentancur. Ganobio, Valverde, Araujo will support the lone striker Vinas, who is playing up front for Uruguay. In post for Cape Verde is the man whose name is on everybody's lips, Vozina. In defense, Lopez, Borges, Lopez, and Moreira. Lenini standing as the lone midfield partner, shielding the defense. And in the attacking third, there is Rodriguez, Montero, Mendes, the captain, Akanjo, and Benchmore making his first start at this tournament. And a first foul in the half of Cape Verde. They'll have a free kick deep in their half, just inside the 18 area. Voxina kicks it long, and the teams will battle for the ball. By Uruguay, who has possession, clears it long inside the half of Cape Verde, but nicely headed back from Lopez to his goalkeeper, Vozina, who finds Borges on the left-hand side. Lopez goes back to Borges. He's been brought down, and referee whistles for an infringement in favor of Cape Verde. Cape Verde have to show today that that Spain result wasn't no fluke. And they are here to compete and are here to show the big boys that they can also cause upsets. Vuxina, deep inside the 18 area, goes back to Borges. Borges driving forward, sends a pass, but it's way out of touch, and it'll be a throw-in. Borges not happy with the contact there from Venus, the striker. Varela, but another throw-in conceded by Cape Verde. Borges has been very busy with just 4 minutes of play, trying to repel everything coming down his flank. And that throw-in by this time goes in favor of Cape Verde. And Canobio is boiling in pain. Marcelo Bielsa there with his usual bench sitting, where he sits on a cooler and not inside the dugout. Borges there, leaving Ganobio there in a heap, and he's feeling it. But referee has awarded a throw-in favor of Cape Verde. Lopez, but Valverde tries to tidy up. Bentancur finds his defender. He's been brought down. And with just 5 minutes on the clock, the game is getting a bit brutal as tackles are flying in left, center, and the first yellow card of the game has been shown to Lopez of Cape Verde. A nasty challenge on Bentancur, and the referee had no option than to give him his marching orders. And he won't be available when Cape Verde take on Saudi Arabia in the last group game. Lopez picked up a yellow card against Spain in their first group game, and this yellow means he will be absent in that crucial game against Saudi Arabia. Uruguay. Caceres goes back to Muslera, back to Caceres once again. Sends a long one into the center circle by Lopez. Ball finds Valverde, who finds Ganobio. Sends it to Vicinas, but his cutback has been blocked, and it will be the first corner kick of the game. Uruguay making their intent felt early in the game. Valverde behind the ball. And what has referee called here? Valverde lifts the ball for Araujo. Referee spotted some shoving and pushing inside the box, but it's been all settled now. And Araujo, an outswinger, sends it into the box. A header comes in, but it's been cleared by Borges. And Lopez clears it to Rodriguez. Now back to their goalkeeper Vuxina. Clears it long, but once again guarded easily by the Uruguayans, and they'll launch an attack. Throw-in conceded by Rodriguez, and the Cape Verde players need to calm down. They are too hyped up.
Yes, I think that they need to calm down. The sort of tempo that they used to play against Spain, they need to, try and then see if they can exercise the same tempo. Because the yellow card, for instance, for Lopez Cabral is, it's unfortunate. It's too early in the game to, go in for such tackles, and it could affect them in one way or the other. Remember, against Spain, there was no yellow, so they had the liberty and the luxury to attack freely. I mean, go in for tackles freely. But this time around, if they are starting it this way, then I think that it could worry them. So they need to calm down and then put their pieces together and make sure that they are able to build up. And I think this game, they want to open up more. I think there is some sort of belief that they can get results from this game. And so I could see the attacking intent so far. And if they continue like this, I believe that they will get something positive from the game.
Cape Verde, they arrived as underdogs, but after that performance against Spain, they are now qualified to be treated as a very tough opponent. And Uruguay will know that at the back of their heads. Cape Verde, a foul, but no referee waves play on. Nicely guarded by Lopez, who sends a long one in searching for his striker Rodriguez, but that was too long and it's been intercepted. Now Valverde inside the center circle goes to the left hand side, finds Sanabria, back to Valverde. Sanabria on the ball, back to Valverde, the captain, goes back to Bentancur. Bentancur pushing forward. Valverde. Sanabria. Valverde once again. Cape Verde sitting deep and playing a very low block here. A through ball comes in and that header hits the hand by referee, waves play on, and bah. The first incident was an offside and the referee whistles for an infringement there. That pass from Valverde, and that looks very tight, the offside call.
Was he at the back?
How is, yes, the back of the
Was he at the back or the hand?
It's the head.
No,
I think
so
it's
shoulder,
the
sort of,
shoulder.
yeah, shoulder, not really the hand.
No.
It wasn't the hand. So
Yeah,
I was shocked watching them raising their hand. They want to take advantage
I think
of
once the
everything.
player closer to the scene
Yes.
complain about it, so they will also believe that would be the case.
Uruguay, they have the pedigree, but against Saudi Arabia, they lacked the fluidity, and this will give Cape Verde the chance to attack more. A chance for Uruguay, but a cutback from Venus couldn't find anybody in the box, and it's been cleared for a corner kick, the second of the game. With just 12 minutes on the clock, and Araujo once again will go for an outswinger. Caceres, Ugarte, all inside the box. They will try to attack this one. The corner comes, a header, but it's been easily cleared by the defense of Cape Verde. Ball still inside the 18 area. Cape Verde failing to clear it long, but they finally do. And they will launch a counter break here. But that was too many touches, couldn't bring the ball under his control. And intercepted brilliantly by Ugarte, who sends it out for a goal kick in favor of Cape Verde. Gianni Infantino has been a busy man since the start of this tournament. He's been almost at every stadium. That was beautiful play there. And now Cape Verde can attack. A through ball comes in, but he's been forced wide. Rodriguez on the ball. Can he take on his marker? Goes past one. Sends a cross inside the box. But the first touch there from Benchmore let him down and he's committed a foul. A foul deep in the half of Uruguay. They've restarted play quickly. And they will attack once again. Venus. Back to Valverde. Now Ugat Bentancur. Goes to the right hand side. Finds Varela. Varela back to Canobio. Varela once again. Ugarte. But a quick 1-2 couldn't progress. And it will be defended by Borges. Clears along, but again intercepted by Bentancur, whose kick has been guided safely in the hands of Vozina, the 40-year-old, whose story has been phenomenal since the start of this tournament. Made 7 saves as a side, stopped Spain from getting the first win in the opening game. And now Rodriguez, he's been very sharp on the left hand side here. Goes back to Montero. Sinks 1 in 2. Their captain has been brought down by referee. Again, waves play on. Lenini. Brought down by referee. Plays the advantage. And now Uruguay swing to the box of Valverde, who shoots. By his first time shot. Goes well wide of the post. And Uruguay almost caught Cape Verde. That was an incredible skill there. But Uruguay, once the ball broke, they couldn't take advantage. And Valverde, known for this kind of long-range shots, but this time he couldn't get it on target.
This is actually on his weaker foot. He's a right-footed player, and he's not a left winger or a right winger. So if the ball was on the right foot, I think he would have done better. So I think let's give him the benefits of the doubt.
Uruguay come once again. Varela. Now Ugarte. Back to Oliveira. Sends a long one looking for Araujo. He does, but ball has been dealt with, and now at the expense of a corner. Uruguay putting Cape Verde under pressure, but with 16 minutes left, they are yet to test Vozina. They are yet to pull a save out of the goalkeeper that made 7 saves against the European champion Spain. Araujo on this one. This time an in-swinger. The corner comes in, but into the safe hands of Vozina. Sends a long one in, looking for his captain, Mendes. But the power behind the ball was too much, and it goes all the way out for a throw-in. Muslera inside his post. Back to Oliveira. Oliveira pushing forward. Sanabria. A long one to Bentancur inside the center circle. Rodrigo Bentancur finds Ugarte. Loops one in, back. Found nobody. And Cape Verde have a throw-in deep in their own half. Ugarte made a very big move to England when he moved to Manchester United. But since then, he's been a shadow of his former self, sitting on the bench on numerous occasions and can't lay a starting bet even after United switching coaches. By the national team, he's been brilliant for them. The long pass searching for Varela from his captain didn't materialize. And it's out of touch once again. And the invincible coach, Arsene Wenger, also watching on from the stands. Rosina, a long one searching for his captain, but it's been well marshaled by Oliveira. Cape Verde. Borges sends one in back. It's been intercepted by Bentancur. And a sliding tackle comes, and referee will whistle for a foul against GhanaWeb, who is livid with the referee for that infringement, making a case of his innocence, but the referee has already taken the free kick in favor of Cape Verde. The free kick has been taken quickly and it goes out of throw for Cape Verde. Borges inside the center circle finds Lopez. Lopez tries to go past his marker, but he's being forced back and sends the ball all the way back to his goalkeeper, Vuxina. Back to Lopez. Now Moreira does brilliantly well and evades his marker. It's an incredible skill there. And Arango, he's been brought down there. Referee whistles for a free kick and shows a yellow card to Manuel Ugarte, taking one for the team.
I mean, both sides are taking the game at each other. So far, so good. I think the Canadians, when they are going up front, you will see that they commit more numbers in the final third, and that will really help them in terms of getting a goal. And as I said earlier, it looks like they have some sort of confidence that this is not the Spanish side that you would have to, I mean, defend most of the times. You can still go at them and get a goal, and that is what I've seen so far. If they continue like this in this tangent, I believe that very soon they could get a goal. And then I was initially thinking that it will be sort of one-sided. I mean, they will be defensive for Uruguay to gain dominance, but it appears that they are also taking the game to them. And so yes, at this stage it's a sort of 50-50 chances for each side to score. So I hope that they will make use of their chances, unlike what's happening between Cote d'Ivoire and then Germany in the other game.
It's a chance here. A strike comes in. And what a wonderful goal there from Lenini. Crazy. Cape Verde lead 1-0 on the night. An incredible shot from Lenini. Cape Verde gets their first goal at the tournament, and the fans are in joyous and buoyant mood. An incredible hit from Lenini there caught everyone by surprise. And from where I sat looking at it, I thought the ball went out as a side netting. But that's an incredible goal. What a hit from Lenini, getting Cape Verde's first goal. And Muslera.
But how could you do a two-man war
and you leave a big space?
Maybe they expected a cross.
No, I mean,
but then
that was very poor on the part of Uruguay. They should have
very
yeah,
poor.
They should have known better. You don't leave a space like that.
Spaces like that.
Not at all. You see, so the keeper anticipates that the space will be closed, and so even if there is a ball for him to stretch, he wouldn't. I mean, in his mind, he may perceive that he wouldn't have to stretch to that level.
Yes.
Then you open the space for the player to shoot through. It's I mean, it wasn't the best, but as I said, I could see in the face of the Cape Verde players that they know that this is not an extraordinary team with extraordinary players. They can also go, play toe to toe with them and get the results, and that's exactly what has happened.
And the previous matches, Bosera have not been tested much. Only 7 shots targeted at them, and then I think only 3 on targets. So we are yet to see the best of him in this tournament. So he should up his game. If he want to undermine or underrate this Uruguay team, this Cape Verde team, then it will go against him. It will go against him.
This is no longer an underdog story. Cape Verde is trying to turn this group. In their SM, Valverde will strike one but hit an opponent's end. It will be a corner kick for Uruguay. Fede Valverde and his side had to come down from a goal behind against Saudi Arabia in their first game. And now if they are to win, they would also have to come from behind again. Valverde will strike one, and they are appealing for a handball there by referee Escas. It's not buying into any of that.
Doesn't have to wait. Hold on.
Well, that was a handball there, but was it by his side? Looks like there was a stray arm there.
So
yeah,
after,
from Benchimol.
Yes, after they go,
wow,
they want to try everything to equalize. I think hydration break.
So I don't think the referee
yes, because it was closer to the body, and then it didn't get to touch, I mean, majority portion of the hand. It was just, I mean, a slight touch. So I think it was a call in the right direction from the referee. I think the VAR officials had a look at it, and they also thought that no, it wasn't. I mean, a concrete, incident that qualifies for a penalty. But so far so good. Cape Verde have really shown that but the performance against Spain wasn't by fluke. I mean, maybe it might be too early to say that, but per what they've shown so far, it clearly tells you that they are really in to perform and make sure that they get the maximum 3 points.
Yes, against Spain, before the hydration break, they hadn't seen majority of the ball like this. So I said earlier that this particular game is a 50-50 chance. They will all like to play strength for strength, because when you are playing a Spanish side who possesses the ball, you don't go all out. But when you are playing a Uruguay side who have the strength to compete like you, then you have to, rub shoulders with them. So when you take the ball to Uruguay, they also bring it back to you. Once they are pressing both ends, the ball doesn't stay in your 18 for too long, because when you leave the ball to them, they will strike from a distance, and that's exactly what Valverde is doing once they score the goal. Now he's more or less trying to shoot from a distance now, as compared to when they haven't conceded a goal. So they need to look at that and then prevent him or man mark him, because he's a very dangerous guy when it comes to shooting from a distance. I will not be surprised if he shoots about 7 balls towards the goalkeeper, and if not because of defenders blocking, at least one will enter, because he's very efficient at that.
There is a pause for a hydration break, but it is Uruguay who will need this break to cool their heads, to calm down their nerves, and try to up the ante and go again, because as it stands, they are under screw and they would want to get one before the first half is over. But for Cape Verde, it's all worked out. They've defended brilliantly, kept Uruguay at bay, and when it mattered most, they've also struck the decisive blow, and they lead 1-0 with just 27 minutes on the clock. The teams are back from the hydration break, and it's Uruguay who will restart play, and Rodrigo Bentancur was shown the yellow card after bringing down Aranco, and it is an attacking throw-in for Uruguay. Sanabria sends it long into the box of Cape Verde, but a shot comes in from Valverde, But he couldn't test Vozina. Very well struck shot, but was well wide and well over the post. And Cape Verde, they will be the happier side. Vozina sends the goal kick long inside the center circle. But Oliveira sends it back to his goalkeeper. Muslera sends it long, and Mendes. Borges now. Back to Rodriguez. Now Lopez. Goes to the right hand side. Moreira sends a long one looking for his captain, but didn't mash out of. And it is a throw in for Cape Verde deep in the half of Uruguay. The throw comes in quickly, and Borges going for the ball. Lopez sends it back to Borges. Borges nicely clears it, and Lopez galloping forward finds Montero at the left hand side to the goal scorer. Nicely does it back to Moreira. He's been brought down there, but no, referee says play should continue. Lopez clears it, finds his back, ball mashed out there by GhanaWeb. Muslera left fly, but finds the head of the goal scorer. Back to Muslera. Oliveira at the left hand side. Switches play to Caceres. Now Gatti. Back to Oliveira. Valverde. Now Sanabria. To GhanaWeb. Ugarte now finds Valverde, the captain. Goes past his marker. Tries to enter the box. But Cape Verde defending with their lives there. Rodriguez. Back to Montero. But he's been brought down, and it will be a free kick for Cape Verde. And this will give them the chance to slow down the tempo of the game as Uruguay look to be building momentum. Marcelo Bielsa not happy with how his team has fared so far with just 31 minutes of first half play. Vozina sends it long into the half of Cape Verde, but out of touch, and they will consider throwing.
Very entertaining game so far. In fact, Cape Verde is trying to defend with all their lives. Like I said, I won't be surprised seeing them winning this game, because this is a 50-50 game, and then Uruguay is not pushing like the Uruguay we used to know. Well, they are trying their best, but this is not the Uruguay we used to know. But let's give credit to the Cape Verdeans for being able to hold this team, even holding the Spanish team and then holding this team to this stage without conceding. Let's not forget, they've not conceded a goal in the World Cup yet. And so we need to give them that credit. But then, in this game, the defense is on their toes. There is no much shot going to the goalkeeper like the Spanish game against Spain. So he's not making a lot of saves, he's conserving energy. Probably when the difficult times come, he'll be up for the task. But now, what they are doing, they are blocking all the shots that are coming in. And so they should keep it up and then try to press the Uruguayans in their own half than containing them.
Uruguay are starting to circulate the ball faster now. A long ball comes in, but it's been again cleared. And it will fall kindly for Ugarte by his snapshot. Goes well wide of the post. You can see in short Luis Suarez with his wife watching on his former team, and looks like he's not impressed with how far his team have played.
You see his sort of frustration gesture that he's, exhibiting there. It just reminds me of, and then the fact that they are playing against an African team, and what's happening to Ghana. You see, it's not easy when you are on the losing side or something happens.
A chance for Benchmore. Can you enter the box? But what was he thinking? An awful touch there, lets him down.
The direction was poor.
You should have just.
A lot of spaces are poor, and even there was a player coming. Yes, I felt. I feel like he didn't see his teammates. However, you had a lot of space. You just have to take on one player, then you have a lot of space.
Now Uruguay coming once again. Ugarte to his captain Valverde, who unleashed one, but again fails to trouble Voxina inside his post. And now Uruguay desperate to get an equalizer, shooting from all angles, but they also have to calm down their nerves, because this is playing right into the hands of Cape Verde. They will be happy if they give Uruguay that chance to shoot from afar instead of coming to their half. The throw-in has been taken quickly. And now back to Voxina inside his post. The onrushing the goal scorer Kevin Lenini sends a long looking for Akanjo, but it's been blocked. Lenini once again battling it out with Ugarte, but it's been beaten to it. Now Sanabria at the left hand side finds Venus. Venus scored 9 goals in Spanish La Liga for Real Oviedo, where Chris Sibo also tries his through Valverde. Back to Sanabria. Can they conjure some magic here? A push there from Ugarte on Mendes, but referee waves play on. And now Lopez will gallop down the left hand side. Goes past his marker, he's been brought down, and it will be an infringement just inside the half of Uruguay. Canobio bringing down Lopez, who was charging down the left hand side, still laying down in pain, and the referee will have a word with Canobio. There was a swing of the arm at the back of Lopez. And now Cape Verde have a chance to swing one in again. But Montero does a shot, goes back to Lopez inside the center circle. Lopez once again goes to the right hand side, finds Moreira. A nice display there from Akanjo, who finds Montero. What can Montero do? Which pass? But no, referee says play should continue. Ugarte breaks play, but easily intercepted by Lopez. Cape Verde will come once again. Rodriguez at the left hand side. His pass finds Benchino. But the pass couldn't find Benchmore, who was inside the box and well positioned to unleash a shot. Lopez goes all the way back to his goalkeeper Voxina. Back to Borges. Kevin. Borges once again inside the half of Cape Verde. Sends a long one looking for Benchmore. Goes past his marker. But that was a big touch and loses the ball. And now Cape Verde will have a throw-in inside their half.
Yeah, the Cape Verde team is trying to possess the ball now, and they want to now play according to their game plan. When you look at the way they are attacking, it's just left with how they'll be able to connect when they reach the 18-yard box. But aside that, they are doing everything perfect to maintain the lead at
Lopez galloping at the right hand side. A cross comes in, but Muslera Just get it before Benchmore has it inside of gaping net. That's a brilliant cross there. But right before Benchmore got his head onto it, Muslera just did enough to get it over the unrushing player from Cape Verde. And now they will concede a corner. Lopez behind the ball. Sends one in, trying to catch the goalkeeper off guard. Bow goes wide of the post, and Uruguay will restart with the goal kick. Muslera back to Caceres. Finds Oliveira inside the half. Sanabria at the left hand side. Finds Araujo. Back to Ugarte. Ugarte swings one in, by again being cleared brilliantly there by Borges. Oliveira's Uruguay rebuilding once again. Bentancur now finds Varela. Varela will go back to Caceres. Oliveira just inside the center circle finds Bentancur. Now Ganobio sends a cross inside. A header comes in, but roll over by Araujo. Was left on mark there, but couldn't get his header on target. Sends a gaping just over the bar with the goalkeeper at his mercy. He's livid with himself as he couldn't take advantage and get the equalizer there for Uruguay. Ball has been cleared and Ganobio will find Venus, but Venus again couldn't find Ganobio, and it will be a throw-in for Cape Verde.
40 minutes played, and Cape Verde are still leading, and they are not just leading, they are leading and then trying as much as possible to control the game as well. The Uruguayans are, in search of the equalizer.
Now, well, a loose ball finds Venus inside the box, but again, it's been brilliantly cleared there. Oliveira finds his midfield, Bentancur. Now Ganobio finds Varela. Back to Bentancur. Oliveira. Now Sanabria swings across inside, but Lopez once again clears it. And now Montero has it away. Ugarte. Back to Ganobio. Ganobio finds Bentancur. And he said a crossing, he's been forced back to Caceres, who finds Oliveira. Few meters away from the 18-yard box. Now Araujo, a cross comes in, blocked by Mendes. Araujo tried to find Sanabria, but it's been cleared by Borges. Ugarte races to recover the ball and will restart another attack. Caceres. Ugarte goes to the left hand side. Sanabria. A cross will come in, but no, goes back to Caceres, who will shoot one, but it's been blocked. Cleared away there from Rodriguez, and Benchmore will chase, but it's been tidied up by Caceres, who finds Oliveira. Oliveira back to Sanabria at the left hand side. Sanabria, Oliveira sends it to Varela, who finds Ganobio at the right hand side. Ganobio, and he get past his marker. Does, but was looking for a quick 1-2 pass but it's being intercepted there by Lopez, who's gone past his markers brilliantly, sees Muslera off his goal line and tried to go for the audacious kick, but sent the ball out wide. And Akanjo, who's been brilliant at the left-hand side, is willing in pain there. Across comes and finds Valverde, who sends in a chance, and the leveler is there. Araujo gets the equalizer for Uruguay. They've been knocking, and finally they've got the equalizer. Araujo and Suarez inside the stands is happy as a side gets the equalizer. They've been hammering and asking a whole lot of questions. By this time, they got it on target, and Vucina this time couldn't come to the rescue of his team.
They've been knocking, and finally, you have to blame the guy who scored the goal and now made that mistake, because you had a lot of options in front of you. Just lay the pass. You decide to go for glory. Meanwhile, you are far from the post. You see, you had a lot of options. So if you have given the ball to any of your teammates, probably this wouldn't have happened. So imagine the goalkeeper allowed the ball to go for goal kick. That shows how hungry the Uruguayan team is.
And it was almost an own goal, but it was saved by the post. And this time, Vozina couldn't do anything but watch the ball enter the empty net. Marcelo Bielsa happy with the equalizer there. Araujo finally getting the equalizer, and it's 1-1 with just over a minute until the first half ends. Cape Verde, until the goal, had defended brilliantly there, and the coach Bobista livid with his defense. All they had to do was clear it, but they couldn't, and it's 1-1 with 45 minutes up now, and we are waiting for the fourth official to announce the injury time to be added on. And Akanjo looks like he is in pain. Before the goal, he had pulled a muscle and was lying on the field. But once the Uruguayans smelt the opportunity, he was left there, and he couldn't do anything but to watch his side concede. And looks like they'll make the change before the first half ends. Akanjo is talking to his team that they shouldn't take him off and he can continue.
This is kind of things that players need to understand. You were on the ground.
But referee says he should be going.
He should go out of the game. You were on the floor, and then they went to score your team. So, if they are taking you off, why should you be insisting that you are fit to play the game? You want to delay time? No. Please. You mean business.
Well, since the substitution has been delayed, it means Cape Verde will play with 10 men for at least a minute before the substitute will be allowed to come in. And now Uruguay playing with an advantage man now. Sanabria, of course, comes in, but it's been cleared with the Mendes, the captain. Finds Morera. Back to Morera. Brilliance there from Montero. Now Lopez at the left-hand side. Goes past the smacker, finds Montero once again. Switches a play back. There was too much behind the ball and it will be out for a throw-in. And well, I can't just tell. Yes, he's been back, and that means the substitution was not made.
See, this is very interesting, but I think Bobisa needs to step his foot on the ground, because you see the player was trying to massage his leg and try to recover. Then he realized they had the ball and the ball was in possession. Now, when he left, Akanjo tried to, cover up the player who crossed the ball. He got there and was limping. Yes. And that gave the player the chance to cross the ball. So if, I don't know, if he's not really fit, then if the coach decides to sub you off, you just come off for the other player to go in. Because if he had been able to, you see, if he had been able to close down the player, obviously that goal wouldn't have been scored. So these are some of the things that the coaches needs to be very, very
nice
careful.
ball there, finds Araujo by his cutback. Tidied up by the captain of the side, the goal scorer, Kelvin Lenini, but finds the foot of the Uruguayan player. Now Valverde sends a tidy pass there, but Venus is holding his face. And the referee will have a look at that incident, but it's okay with his on-field decision. Was there a hand into the face of Venus? But the referee has allowed play to continue. And now Varela. Bentancur back to Varela. Bentancur once again. Sends it to Oliveira. Valverde. Goes past the marker, finds Sanabria. The cross comes in, cleared away by Mendes. Oliveira, Ugarte. The cross comes in, looking for the head of Venus, and now Uruguay take the lead just on the stroke of halftime. Canobio pulling back at the far post to guide the ball into the empty net, past the helpless Voxina, and Uruguay lead 2-1 on the night.
It's absolutely deserving. When they equalized, they kept putting the pressure on this Cape Verde side. And like I said, the player who refused to step out, I think also had impact, because when you look at, they are not defending their lines well. Everyone is just relaxed there. Clear onside.
Cross came in, and Venus did brilliantly there to head it for Canobio. And that deft touch got past Vozina, who was on helplessly as the ball barged into the net. It's Uruguay 2, Cape Verde 1. With 45 minutes all over here at the Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, and the fans are in ecstasy there. Cape Verde, they were on the verge of getting their first win at the FIFA World Cup, but within a minute have thrown it all away. Bobista cheering his men and urging them on. It looks like they will go into the halftime break with a 2-1 deficit. Oliveira finds Ugarte inside the center circle. Now Bentancur back to Ugarte. Ugarte finds Sanabria at the left-hand side. Back to Oliveira. Ugarte. Now Varela. Canobio the goal scorer. But it's been intercepted, and Uruguay will have a throw-in. Caceres, Ugarte dinks one in, but it's being cleared away. And now Arcanjo finds the goal scorer Kelvin Lenidi. A pass comes in for Benchmore, but it's been easily guarded by Muslera. And the referee will blow the whistle to end the first 45 minutes. Uruguay had to dig deep. They had to come from a goal behind. And they did it in quick succession, getting the equalizer in the 44th minute and then getting the winner in the 45+6 minutes from Canobio. It's halftime at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. It's Uruguay 2, Cape Verde 1.
So yes, Cape Verde, who took the lead earlier, are trailing by 2-1. And I mean, when we talk of some of these, the nature of these matches, it tells you that you have to be concentrated in the game throughout. You don't lose focus at any point in time. And it seems that is what Cape Verde have been punished in the first half. Let's go for a quick break. When we return, we will do with the halftime analysis.
Bigo Cola is changing the game and giving away free cash. Introducing the Bigo Scan and Win promo. Your chance to enjoy great taste and win instant cash every day. Just buy a bottle of Bigo Cola. Locate the QR code on the label. Scan with your smartphone, watch the video and enter your details and stand a chance to win instant cash. No waiting, no stress, just real rewards instantly. From everyday refreshment to unexpected rewards, Bigo Cola is more than a drink, it's an experience. So what are you waiting for? Grab your Bigo Cola today, scan the code and win big.
Bigo, big on taste, refresh your vibes.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
This advert is FDA approved.
Every game starts with pressure. The pressure to move faster, push harder, go further. On the pitch, every second matters, every sprint, every tackle, every chance. The world watches, but pressure doesn't stop me. It drives me. Because energy changes everything. The energy to keep moving, the energy to keep fighting, the energy to rise when the moment gets bigger. From the training ground to the world stage, I bring everything I've got. I don't wait for the moment, I create it with the energy that keeps me rising. Rush Energy Drink. Be bold, be you.
Drink responsibly. Not recommended for persons below 18, pregnant women and lactating mothers. This advert is FDA approved.
Match ni na tournament ni na mbewi en dey na wo hwe ni.
Dey na me share ni.
Say World Cup ni na bebewi en dey na wo hwe ni.
Okay, say football there eja can say e can pa boom. It definitely no ye nyina no more spread unity among ourselves, you know. Enter say mo wie na kwa na ye nyina no like unity no abaye more ye nyina from.
Okay. First of all, I said don't come out to jump your boss on your assassin. On your bedana say. Second, so na you John Dramani Mahama. E won in boss upon nyama wo ye ma timamufo ye o mai mu. And ye nwan mo fi South Africa timi do mo buy e dana se e to aso nko World Cup yi mu brother me dia me hwe pa se nye betimi asise Ghana e betimi agi cup no ene dia no matter what ya de e beji
Your top fan baby ye no dia na we expect efun
se minya insamboni e bia film se Uruguay for ntokwa ni adade o mu dia bezuhwe mu nya no me pese ye be wie World Cup no na asumdie ababoko na ada se Spain, Argentina, emu baako agye World Cup yɛde yɛnka ho bi.
Whole expectation for World Cup nankasa ɛyɛ
Spain. For me, I will go for Spain.
For the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Say me predictions then can be say yeni ebia Argentina and shower finals and any Spain and shower finals. That's what I'm predicting for.
My expectation is to see South Africa win the cup and play a piano final na kupenda at the final. I want South Africa to win.
Emu bedding because teams no be well prepared into no you say yeah emu bedding but ningina mu Ghana ebetimi akoya nim.
What are your expectations for the Morocco versus USA match?
Morocco versus USA me there Morocco be winning.
Okay. So what are your expectations for the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup?
Okay, me a Ghanaian. I'm proud of my country, Ghana. Me feel say Ghana on winning match first match or winning first match my me hope say cup we Ghana.
So what's your whole expectation for the 2026 FIFA World Cup?
My whole expectation, I hope Ronaldo to win the World Cup. That's my expectation for the World Cup. For Ronaldo to win the World Cup is my biggest expectation.
So what's your whole expectation for the FIFA 2026?
My own expectation is I want to see a good football playing. The referee officiating should be well. And one thing I'm assured that all the teams, there are 48 teams, everyone went there to do well. So we want to see good officiation, good football. Then that's all what I can say. Yeah.
Thank you.
It matters a lot. We all want to see our, how do I call them, stars performing well. To me, like this, my trust, my belief is in Ronaldo first. And when I take Ronaldo, I take my own player, my striker in Ghana, Semenyo. Yes, I'm praying that guy should perform, do well in this World Cup because he's doing well in England. At the same time, his own team, Man City, is doing well. So I'm praying that Semenyo and my chief, my Odogu, Ronaldo, to perform well in this World Cup. That's two people I want to see in this World Cup. Yes.
For the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Expectation, I'm expecting say England better World Cup. That's my expectation.
And I offer World Cup ni na mbewie no. E die na wo hwe nim ewom.
World Cup na me hwe nim nyina de. Me hwe Ghana nim ene Argentina nim to the final.
Okay, my whole expectation, to be honest, in this tournament is for Ghana Black Stars to get to at least probably semi-final or quarter-final. That's my expectation. At least that's a fact. That's my real emotion. That's what I wish. So for Ghana Black Stars to get to at least quarter-final, semi-final, if they can really do that for us, I think we are going to be proud of them. So, and I pray they can surprise everyone in the tournament.
Ghana develop yen wini be abe 7 matches ko 8 mu wona wini bonus no endorse na FIFA mo Ghana baso yen pese Ghana player wanya kura Ghana player bakunya fair player and onya best player e wo tournament ni Ghana player nya best player o tournament ni mu a Ghana ye din be ko ye ni mu World Cup ni
ni na mbewie yen de na wankasa wo hwa anim
de me hwa no se match nya we ba wie no na World Cup na FFF Ghana me de yenya nkurumudie aye de baye mama ni jeso ni nya be kwa wiye no na bibia todi na Ghana ya peja frank ya peja cup no akosoro ya ntuma peja kura na agbowura finance wo na se ye lusu kura na eye maye
Yadasi, Yamisro Bibia.
countries no Ghana na say yidi nkunu asana ba Morocco South Africa for the omo nipa bonfo omo ye mu film na omo akane go bi ani nkunu
Ni World Cup ni na mbe wie ne e de enso na wo hwe anim.
Dia me hwe anim ne se de be ya bibia be koboko ya nti dede bia ho ko se de US aye no obi okra okwa ogina park no square na yam hyehyem be bibia nsi ye nyina be ko ne aba obi akọ ne mamu asomduem Ghana so de mi se Baomis senia match na yekọ no me momu de makoma anim se Ghana betimi age World Cup na ba be betimi akọ anim yetimi qualify first rounds no cry ya yade Ghana de me sara me hu no see we qualify first no cry ya yade
Match ni na tournament ni na mbe wie de na wo hwe anim.
De na me hwe anim.
Say World Cup ni na bebe wie de na wo hwe anim.
Okay, say football there eja e kan say e kan nipa bom. It definitely no ye nyina no more spread unity among ourselves, you know. Enter say mo wie na akwa na ye nyina no like unity no abaye more ye nyina from.
Welcome back from that break. It is a coverage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup here on GhanaWeb TV at halftime, and then Uruguay are leading Cape Verde, who took the lead by 2-1. Harry, let me come to you. I mean, let's start from the positives. What a strike from Lenin.
That was beautiful. That free kick was beautiful. I expect Valverde to score similar one.
Yeah,
but
I mean, usually it's Valverde trademark.
Yes. So you know, if it were to be some people, they will celebrate the way he celebrates his goals to remind him that no, someone too is here, right? But then I think they've ended the match on a good note. Uruguay is now in the game. It's already first half, and they've played 11 shots. Their last match, they played 27 shots, which means they are trailing by 16 shots. This is even in the absence of Darwin Nunes. And so the coach may introduce him in the game in the second half. Let's see what he brings on the table. But leading into the second half, I think it's a positive thing for the Uruguayan side. What I want them to work on is they need to be more aggressive. They've been relaxed with the Cape Verde side too much. If they are pushing the Cape Verde, you know, after they consider the equalizer, they've been relaxed. That was when they should take advantage and then score them at least 2. So it will be 3-1 at halftime. When you come second half, whatever happens, you just protect your lead. But now, the Cape Verde guys can come back into the game, go and do their homework, and then probably equalize. Because the Uruguayan side has not been consistent in their previous matches. They've always played draw. Draw has been their trademark. Like I said, their last 5 matches before this match, they've played 4 draws, and then they've lost 1. And so that should tell you that their end draws are like, you know, you understand. So I think it's something that they need to look at. I also want to tell them, well, they are not listening to me, but they'll listen to me on YouTube later on. So Cape Verde should actually work on their forward. You know, they relaxed after scoring the goal. They relaxed, inviting the pressure from the opponent to mount on them. You know, when you are doing that, you give them more room to operate, more room to attack, and then more room to even shoot at your goalkeeper. And then today we've not seen much from Vozinha. He's been quiet. Well, I don't know, but the goals they scored, or there was nothing he could do about them, because the first one he dived to the direction, but the ball hit the post and then went to his opposite side, which the player took advantage and then tapped in. The second one, it was a pass with a header, and so he could not do anything. But rather his defense was helpless. So I think they need to speak to the defenders to come back to the game. The midfielders should actually take the game to them. They can play when they're playing strength to strength with the Uruguayans. They can tackle them.
Yeah.
But if they leave them
to play their game. That is when they dictate the pace of the game. So I think that's what they need to do going forward in the next 45 minutes. I expect a much tougher Cape Verde side, you know, pulling the strings to equalize, but not leaving their defense open or exposed to attacks.
They seemed to have been caught off guard in the latter stages of the first half. Frank, briefly, what do you think contributed to that?
Inexperience and getting caught up in the moment. Once they went 1-0 up, in their heads, they will be thinking about the run of 32 because they were nearly there. And for an inexperienced side, a side having their first bite at this World Cup tournament, once you get into that kind of mood, thinking that we are nearly there, that's where the experience shows. And that's when Uruguay, the more experienced side, also showed up. And when they got the equalizer, they knew that nerves had set in at the side of the Cape Verdeans. And they saw that if they go once again, they could get the much needed, you know, to go up. And once they did, they were able to find it. So I think it's just about the inexperience and they getting caught up in the moment, thinking they were nearly there. But like I said, they should not have let what they did against Spain get into their head, because they felt we are up there with the big boys. They are not, and they need to realize that we have to get it step by step. But once they went 1-0 up and they were left with seconds to go into the halftime break, they felt we were nearly there, and as such they began to, you know, settle down, and then they lost composure, lost the plan, and after that Uruguay took them to the cleaners. And big ups to Uruguay too. They sensed the danger, and once they sensed the danger, they went there, knocked, and got the much needed goal. So it all goes down to not being experienced, and then an experienced Uruguayan side. So this second half, I don't think they need to do much. Just sit back and wait for their moment. But once they decide to go all out chasing for the equalizer, it's not all over it, because they have already a point in the bag, and against Saudi Arabia, it's anyone's game to win. So they just need to stay back and try to get their moments and then attack.
Get their moment and then attack. Second half is almost underway. Let me go through our sponsors again, those who are making this coverage possible. We have Rush Energy Drink, Usla Enterprise, you have Just Chinese, Vena Natural Mineral Water, DSTV, so much more. Kunori, Shea Butter, they are also amongst them. Furniture City, sofas, recliners, and all that. They are there. Melcom, you have Bigo Cola, 369 Gym and Wellness Center. They operate on a 24-hour basis. We have Emily Logistics, that's your trusted paint and plasterboard supplier. Frank will take us away for the second half commentary.
And the second half has restarted with Uruguay now on the attacking front. But the ball has been headed out of play, and it will be an attacking throw-in for Uruguay deep in the half of Cape Verde. And it will be Sanabria who send one in, but goes back to Oliveira. Ugarte lobs one in. And now Valverde inside the box. But it's been cleared once again by Borges. And it's a throw-in again for Uruguay. Oliveira. Ugarte. Back to Caceres. Oliveira once again. Inside the half of the Cape Verdeans. Back to Caceres inside the center circle. Finds Varela. Back to Ganovio, who finds Bentancur. Goes past his marker. Back to Ugarte. Oliveira. Pushing forward. Valverde. Now Oliveira. But the pass to find Sanabria has been intercepted. And now Uruguay will try to camp Cape Verde inside their half. They win themselves a corner. And Cape Verde, they will feel hard done by the fact that they almost took a lead into the halftime break. But two brilliant moments there from Uruguay now means they are chasing for the equalizer. Valverde sends a cross deep into the half of Cape Verde, but it's been cleared away by Lopez. Concedes a corner inside his half. Uruguay now on the attack, throwing everything against this Cape Verde team. And both teams have not made, well, a change since the start of the second half. Akanjo, who picked up an injury, who picked up a knock deep inside the first half, has been replaced. A cross comes in, but Lopez has his away before it finds Venus inside the penalty area. So it will be a corner in favor of Cape Verde. And Vozina's mom, with all the anxiety on her face, her son has not shown the heroics that made him a household name in the first game against Spain. He's considered 2 so far. The cross comes in from the corner, but it's been headed away. And Cape Verde now gets a throw-in and will take this time to regroup and re-strategize.
Yeah, since the start of the second half, Uruguayans have controlled the possession. They've been attacking, striking, crossing, and I think they want to get a third, even though it's been a slow start, but they want to get a third. That's the intent of the players. I just hope that the Cape Verdeans will just be able to contain them and then take advantage or take their chances when they get it.
Well, a mix-up inside the half of Cape Verde means it's a foul for Cape Verde just inside their half. Borges finds Lopez. Back to the Lopez at the left-hand side. Goes past his marker, has been brought down. And referee whistles for a foul. Montero has been a busy man against Araujo, the goal scorer, the man who got the equalizer. And Cafu, the 2002 World Cup winning captain, watching alongside the invincible coach, the man who led Arsenal unbeaten to the Premier League title back in 2004. Now Cape Verde. Nice interchanges between them. Lopez. Back to Montero. Now Rodriguez at the left-hand side. Montero once again. Finds his captain Mendes. Mendes back to Kelvin. Mendes once again. Switches play to the left-hand side. Lopez. Running at Araujo, goes passing. A shot comes in, but goes well off the post. And Cape Verde do not want to end this game at the back foot. And they are trying all they can to at least get the equalizer. And maybe, who knows, they can go all the way to grab the winner. Oliveira sends one in. A header from Venus. But it's been again. Mashaba Lopez goes past his marker. But the pass was faulty. And into the waiting Ugarte, who finds Varela at the right hand side. Ugarte sends it back to Valverde. Now Sanabria. The interchanges just at the edge of Cape Verde 18-yard box wasn't successful, and Vozina will come out to make a claim of the ball. The ball there was wrong, and Ugarte will pick up the proceedings. Back to Oliveira. Ugarte. Oliveira once again. Quick interchanges between the two. And then a long pass finds Bentancur inside, just after the center circle. Ugarte. Back to Oliveira. Oliveira. Now Ugarte. Oliveira. Goes past one. But the pass was wayward, but Caceres runs all the way back to tidy up proceedings. And Uruguay in 2010 at the World Cup finished fourth after they lost the bronze medal game to Germany. And then in 2018, they exit at the round of 8, the quarterfinals, losing to eventual winners France. And then in 2022, they were booted out of the group stages, although they secured the last game day winner against the Black Stars of Ghana, but it wasn't enough to send them to the round of 16. For Cape Verde, this is their first tournament, and in their last game, stopped the European champion Spain from scoring. Got a very deserving point, and they were almost on course for victory here until Uruguay came out of their shells and gave them 2 hammered blows, and now they lead 2-1 against Cape Verde. Oliveira back to his goalkeeper Fernando Muslera, making his 5th appearance at the World Cup. Was in the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. Again, got selected for the 2014 one in Brazil. Then in 2018 in Russia, he was there once again. In 2022, he was there, but had lost his starting berth. But he's regained it at 40 years. And this year's tournament. And the dignitaries there, Diogo Forlan, the man who made the Jabulani his own, who knew every perfect angle to hit the Jabulani back in 2010. Also watching from the stands. Some laughing faces in the dugout of Cape Verde. The throw-in has been taken quickly. Montero sends it back to Lopez, who finds Mendes, their captain. Calvin, the goal scorer. Now Lopez. And he goes past his marker. Back. Ganubio clears it out for a throw-in. The throw comes in, but it's been headed away by Varela. And now Uruguay will come attackingly. Bentancur, the ball has been sliding back into the waiting arms of Vozina. The 40-year-old goalkeeper who plays in Chaves in the Portugal League 2 was the man of the match against Spain, making 7 saves and repelling whatever Spain threw at him. But tonight, on the day that his mother is inside the stands watching him, he's had not a stroker, but an average game so far. And now a chance for Uruguay. That was a drag back there. And an easy yellow card there for Oliveira.
So far, I think it's unfortunate
And
that
that should be more than a yellow card.
No, I think there were other players in front.
He's not
that
the last
even
man.
even if he had gotten past this,
initially,
there were other players in front, and so yes, I think it's a correct decision. I feel like Cape Verde will get something from this game. I don't think also they will lose. However, if Uruguay gets the third goal, I mean 3-1, then it becomes very difficult. That's when you say, okay, maybe they will lose. But from the approach to the game and then how they fared in the game so far, I think that they still stand a chance of getting a point, at least a point from this game. And with their performances that they put up and what they started with, I believe that they should do their best to get at least a point from this game so that heading into their final game, they will see. I mean, football, anything can happen. They'll see what they can offer. But this performance have given us the sense that when attacking, they have the quality. They can also threaten defenders. And so, if they are giving us this, then it means that we should watch out for them in this competition. I hope and pray that they will be able to make it out of the group stage.
And now they have another chance here to get one from the free kick. The strike comes in but hits the wall and was right into his face, and it goes down in agonizing pain. Yes, the ball struck him just right in his face.
So Harry, this one you could clearly see that the spaces had been locked, and they doubled up with the men for the wall, and I think that's what they should have done earlier. But then credit to Lenini to strike from the distance, the power on the ball, the direction, precision, and everything was on point.
And Coach Bubesta has made a couple of changes. Benchmore, Rodriguez are off for Da Costa and Helio. They are trying to at least salvage a point here, by Uruguay have made it very difficult for them to break their defensive structure. Oliveira and the match momentum there. Uruguay have had much of the ball, much of the attacking threats. Cape Verde very little attacking wise. Bentancur, but the ball has been out of touch and will be a throw-in for Uruguay. Montero has been doing whatever and a loose ball finds Muslera. That is the equalizer there. The substitute Helio with his first touch, getting the equalizer for Cape Verde and mixed up at the back. And Cape Verde will take advantage of that to get the equalizer. A throw-in from Uruguay and the pass. And Vozina's mom sharing her countrymen on there. And the fans also enjoying what they are seeing. A bad pass from Oliveira left Helio with so much space to attack, and once he got past Muslera, all he had to do was put the ball inside the gaping net. Double pass there from Oliveira, and what was Muslera thinking? Coming out all out of his post, and if he would have brought Helio down, that would have been a send-off for Muslera. But fortunately, and also unfortunately for him, he couldn't bring him down and concedes the equalizer. It's 2-2 with 61 minutes on the clock. Bobby Star happy there, and he knows that now his side can go all out now and grab all the 3 points.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, they shouldn't sit back. You see, when they came out, look at what happened. We are playing against a Uruguayan side that is not that compact. They are also conceding goals. So when you take advantage of their loopholes, you can punish them. If you sit back, you are inviting them. When they play the ball too much, 18 line, it becomes problematic for you. And so this is a good start to the second half. And then the substitutes are proving that they deserve to be in this tournament.
Hildio Varela plays in the Israeli Premier League for Maccabi Tel Aviv. Scored just 3 goals in the just ended season, but he's got a bigger one here. His first goal at the World Cup, and now Mendes. Cape Verde have a decent chance here to attack. Montero will go for one and just misses by a whisker. That looked goal destined. Bar was well, just some inches well over the bar.
I mean, this is what you commentary and analysis, and you say the momentum is on their side. They are dominating play, searching for the winner. I think that is exactly what they should do. That's equalizer that they got. I mean, Harry was saying something about sitting back and all that, but I think this game, if you are being fair to them, they really opened up and then playing toe to toe with Uruguay, and so far so good. It is paying off for them.
Before they were playing until that mistake that caused them the equalizer. When Uruguay equalized, then they sat back to defend the equalizer till halftime. That was when they punished them again. So in that moment, they allowed the Uruguayans to have their moment. Unlike, you see, when they got the equalizer for the second goal, they are also building on that momentum to score a winner. And if they had scored a winner, they would have gone to sleep again. You get the
let them score first. And then we'll see, because they've really been opened up in the game, and we are really enjoying it.
If anytime they open up the game and play up to the Uruguayans, they match them good for.
But I'm saying that majority of the time they've opened up.
Yes. The moment they relax more, they punish them.
Sure. I think your point is
so they should play with them, because this Uruguay side is not any threatening side that has to give you that pressure. If you be able to hold the Spain side, you want to take care of these guys and then at least secure your 70% chance of qualification. Then we know that against Saudi, you just need a draw. Worst of it all, you can score Saudi. Because with the ball you are playing, you can score Saudi.
Uruguay shell shock there, they will launch an attack. But Montero comes all the way back to clear it. And now they have a throw-in deep in their half. The fans of Uruguay are also not happy with what they've seen so far. Moreira sends a long throw-in, but it's been headed back inside the half of Cape Verde. A header comes in, and now Vinas inside the box, but Lopez clears it away brilliantly, concedes a throw-in. A quick throw from Uruguay, Oliveira. Valverde, deep inside the half of Uruguay, galloping forward, finds Sanabria. Back to Valverde. Valverde pushing forward the ball. He's got a very good right foot, sends one in, but it's been well blocked there. And now he got another chance, but tries to lay a pass, but couldn't find his teammates there. And that pass from Lopez has been cut out by Caceres, who finds Bentancur. Back to Sanabria. Oliveira goes all the way back to Muslera. Caceres. Still with the ball, Caceres. Back to Ugarte. Now finds Oliveira. His pass led to Cape Verde equalizer. Now Varela. The quick 1-2 there between Vinas and Varela. Now Vinas tries to go past his marker, but Cape Verde consider corner there. Val Lopez. And now Darwin Nunes and De La Cruz at the touchline, waiting to come on. But Uruguay will fake this corner before. Araujo sends in the corner. But it's been headed away, and Araujo will get a chance again. Now a chance inside the box. And what a miss there! And it's a goal from Uruguay, but the flag has been raised. And what's an ugly goal that would have been? What an ugly goal that would have been from Uruguay. Well, yeah, he was well offside there. Araujo sends it in, and Vozina, what was he doing there? He's had a really, bad game.
Yes, scratchy sort of performance today. But I think it's today. I mean, his mom is in the stadium to watch him, so we would expect that. I mean, he would give us his A game as he did against Spain. But then,
VR is checking. It looked like there was a man deep in the half of Cape Verde who was on the goal line. And the VR are speaking to the referee, Epstein Escas. And if this goal is given, then that will be an error there from Vozina. He had time and everything to gather it. But for some reason, he couldn't gather the ball. And wow, the offside has been given.
Oh, thank God.
Hydration.
And the hydration break once again.
Huge relief.
A very huge one. This will allow both teams to make their changes and then re-strategize. The Uruguayan side, they've been persistent. They still want to get back into the game. They want the 3 points because they want to live up to the expectation. Their name suggests they're big name in the World Cup. So they shouldn't. They just don't want to let that moment slip. And so I like how they are picking up their momentum. Once they equalize, they also want to score. But I expect they don't expose their backline too much because these guys are dangerous and they are hungry. The Cape Verdeans are dangerous and they are hungry. They also want to snatch the 3 points. They want to snatch the 3 points. So I think that they have to look at their backline well. Now that they are bringing Darwin Nunes, we know that there's going to be a lot of crosses because he's good in the air. Though he may get 20 chances and score 2. But I think that he can be a threat when leading the attack. Yeah.
And with just 70 minutes on the clock, 20 minutes left of play plus additional time.
Right now, we are yet to know if Uruguay can maintain their record against African teams at the World Cup. For the last 4 World Cups that we've played, they've not lost to any African teams at the World Cup since 2010. And so whether they will be able to maintain that or the Cape Verdeans can be able to stop that. So when they do, it's a record for them too, because this is their first time at the World Cup and they are pulling off wonders. Like I said, these guys may not be experienced in playing World Cups, but what they did at the AFCON tells me that they have some charisma when it comes to tournaments. Because if you come to a tournament where you are not even a favorite, you are pitted against Egypt, Ghana, Comoros, and then you were able to excel through that group, move to the knockout stages, it should tell us that this is a team that is hungry for success. And building on that, I think that's what we are seeing. They've qualified for the World Cup now. So I don't think they want to relax and then let everything slide. All the hard work they've done, they've suffered from the group stage till now, they want to let it go. No. And so they are doing all their best. They just need to be a bit clinical and then consistent going forward, because you don't go forward once and then relax for the Uruguayans to play the ball all in your 18 line before you want to take advantage again. No, it won't work like that. you will burn your energy and then you'll not be able to sustain yourself to the 90 minutes.
Now everything resets again. Uruguay had believed, now it's gone. Cape Verde, they were full of anxiety, but now they are the ones who believe that they can take something away from this game.
Yeah, and also this second half that we've come, when the first half ended, I made it known that Uruguay has played 11 shots. We are in the 73rd minute of the second half, and they've played only 1 shot. That should tell you that even though they are playing the ball forward, they are not that attacking minded because they wanted to protect their lead. But upon conceding the equalizer from the Cape Verdeans, that was when Valverde decided to try that shot, and then lo and behold, it was blocked. And so they also need to up their game. So I think Nunes coming in will serve as another threat up front for the team to be able to deal with.
And Uruguay make 2 changes. De La Cruz and Darwin Nunes replacing Ugarte and Venus. Nunes, the former Liverpool forward, will now lead the attack. And now Uruguay will have to start all over again if they want to take all 3 points. For Cape Verde, they will be okay if it ends in a stalemate. Vozina clears along inside the half of Uruguay, but it's been headed away by Varela. Now a loose ball finds Montero inside the half of Uruguay, sends a nice ball to his captain Mendes, who was looking for a through ball, but it's been cut out, and it will be a corner kick.
I mean, they are looking very lively, heading towards the 80th minute. They've proven and shown that they are a very resilient side. When they considered they scored, there was an equalizer, they came back, and then this is how far we've come. And I mean, they are showing that although they are naive, there's some sort of inexperience on their side, they can also prove to be a tough nut to
Montero sends the corner in. A header comes from Lopez, but goes agonizingly wide of the post. Well, came off last against Ugarte, and means Cape Verde have another chance to swing one in. This time from Lopez. Lopez can play with his left foot and then his right foot. Sends one in, but it's been cleared brilliantly there by Araujo. Ball back with Cape Verde. A long one to the left-hand side. Borges goes back to his goalkeeper Vozina. Goes past his marker brilliantly with a deft touch. Sends long one to Montero, who gathers it down brilliantly. And now Cape Verde. Montero. And outside of the foot pass to the left-hand side. A cross comes in. But the first touch was very bad. And Uruguay clear their back and consider throwing. And the offside call there. That was tight. I mean, look at the line there. That was very, very close. The semi-automated offside bailing the linesman there. The linesman flagged for offside though. And the score was the right one. Vozina rushes out of his post and gathers this one. Araujo, he's been a menace at the left-hand side. Got the equalizer and set up the second. Oliveira, nice ball, finds, dances past his markers inside the penalty area, lays the ball back, but the cuts back once again, fails to find his teammates. De La Cruz sends long one, searching for the goal scorer, Danobio, but it's been cleared away by Lopez. They consider throwing. Uruguay restart very quickly. Varela back to Bentancur, who finds De La Cruz. Araujo dancing passes. Marquez sends a long one, searching for Nunes. And the player from Cape Verde is down by referee. Waves play on. Valverde finds Bentancur. Back to Oliveira. Goes to the left-hand side. Now Sarabia. Darwin Nunes inside the box, turns very nicely. But his shot has been blocked there. There was no chance given to him. Mendes sends a nice ball, finds but a nice tackle there from Varela. Stops the run of Montero, who would have been through and go there. Brilliant tackle there from Varela. The cross comes in. Sarabia. But it's been cleared away by Cape Verde. Oliveira. Back to De La Cruz. He will unleash one, but it's well over the bar. And Cape Verde always start with a goal kick. And Montero, he's been decent so far. Jamiro Montero. But with just a little over 10 minutes left to play, he will make way for fresh legs to enter to the field. And Semedo replaces Montero.
At this juncture in the game, you see that some sort of fatigue was setting on the part of the players, and you could also clearly see that the Cape Verde. Oh, what a game! The Cape Verdeans, the Cape Verde, they are playing their best of football. It's not. 1-2, then you send in, a long ball searching for a player. They are trying to possess the ball from the back, get to the middle, and control it. It's just a beautiful, an eye to behold. I'm really enjoying their play.
Uruguay restarting play and rebuilding an attack. Valverde sees the run of Darwin Nunes, sends it long. But it's been intercepted brilliantly there by Lopez. The pass there couldn't find his teammates. Now Uruguay will come once again. Bentancur, De La Cruz, Sarabia, Araujo goes past his marker, sends a crossing. But it's been dealt and intercepted brilliantly again by Lopez and Borges.
The last 10 minutes of the game will prove very important, whether you want to win this game or not, because already the Cape Verdeans are tired. When you look at their defense and then their defensive midfielders, they are showing signs of tiredness. If they capitalize on that, they will punish them.
Araujo, the man who get the equalizer against Saudi and also the equalizer here against Cape Verde, has left the field and will be replaced by Rodriguez. With just over 9 minutes left to play plus additional time. Vozina, Borges finds Lopez with the ball now. Clears it long inside the half of Uruguay, but it's been sent back to the half of Cape Verde. De La Cruz back to Sarabia, finds Rodriguez. Can he go past his marker? He does. Rodriguez, full of fresh legs, and Cape Verde considered throwing. We'll leave it to Sarabia to send a long one inside. the 18-yard box of Cape Verde. Sends a long one in, but it's been intercepted by Cape Verde. They can't get it clear now. They do, by ricochets back into their half. Uruguay will get thrown deep in the half of Cape Verde. They raised up play quickly. Caceres finds his captain Valverde at the right hand side. Valverde tries a 1-2. The cross will come in. But Vozina this time safely grabs it. But his pass there almost got intercepted. Mendes clashes with his opponent. Uruguay now doing all the attacks. A wayward pass there, but still Rodriguez was able to take it. And now Lopez clears it long. What a brilliant hold-up play there, but he's been well guided and shielded. Rodriguez. Sanabria. The cross comes in, but blocked again.
When you look at the Cape Verdeans, they don't have a clear attacker after the substitution. They are playing two wingers, but in the middle, the player playing in the middle has dropped a bit to midfield. So when they get
the cross comes in, and Darwin Nunes can take advantage of that. Uruguay still with the ball. Rodriguez, and they will consider corner. Moreira clears the ball away, but at the expense of a corner kick. And Uruguay would have to make this one count. Rodriguez behind the ball. Sends the corner inside, but Moreira once again has it away. A throw-in for Uruguay. Now Oliveira, Caceres to the right hand side. De La Cruz sends one in, finds Valverde, who returns the pass, but it's been neatly intercepted there. A cross will come in, but Vozina is there. He steals the ball, and the rebound from Rodriguez. It's again blocked over the bar. Uruguay almost took the lead there once again. But some brilliant defending there from Vozina, and then Moreira. A cross comes in, and another corner. Pressure upon pressure here from the Uruguayans. Another corner. Rodriguez behind the ball. The corner comes in. A header, but it's been cleared away by the Cape Verde players, and again it will be a corner, this time at the right hand side. Uruguay is sensing that the time to get the much needed 3 points is nearing. A cross comes in, cleared away once again, and Cape Verde will consider throwing deep in their half. Valverde switches play to the right hand side. De La Cruz back to Bentancur, who finds Varela at the right hand side. Varela back to Bentancur, who goes back to Caceres. Switches play to the left hand side, but it's been cut out. And Mendes, the captain of the side, calmly sends the ball back. But they've lost possession once again, and Uruguay will attack. Bentancur goes past his marker, but the pass that has been intercepted, and the pass there almost getting intercepted by Nunes, and Vozina wasn't happy with that pass. They almost gifted Uruguay the lead there, but Vozina very quick off his line and cleared the ball. Now Valverde. Rodriguez skips past his marker, finds Sanabria at the left-hand side. Rodriguez making the run, but the ball has been intercepted by Moreira, who considered throwing deep in his half. Valverde finds Rodriguez. It's been a minute since coming on, and Moreira matching whatever he throws at him, conceding a corner once again. Nunes, since coming on, has been very quiet, but all he needs is one chance and the net will be bulging. The cross coming, a chance, but that is a free kick just on the D. And now Uruguay, Valverde will have a chance to put aside up with just minutes left on the clock. The free kick just inside the D. Bentancur, Valverde all behind the ball. And this right there is the chance for Uruguay to get all the 3 points.
I think it reminds me of Ghana Uruguay 2010. Diego Forlan had the free kick. I think that one it was on the side of the box, and then he Italy placed the ball and passed to Olele Kingston. By then, this is their best chance indeed to get the winner. I think the closest you could come, and they have one of the best players in the world when it comes to free kicks of this nature. And so he is expected to prove that, yes, as he does for Real Madrid, he can do it here.
Cape Verde have fought like warriors tonight, but they stand in the way of danger. And Valverde couldn't make it count there, sending his free kick well over the wall, but couldn't get the dip enough to get down inside the posts. And that could be the chance there for Uruguay, slipping away. And this chance, what a block from Moreira. He's been all over the place, and I won't be surprised if he walks away with
the man of the match,
award. 8 minutes of additional time to be played, and it's not over yet for Cape Verde. They have to dig deep if they want to get at least a point in this game.
I mean, the optics, you could see and sense that the Uruguayans are playing like it's a final. What is, I mean, which team are they playing? Spain.
Yes.
The Verde are playing
Saudi
Arabia.
Yes. So
you must get the 3 points here.
Yes.
Otherwise, you are at serious risk of missing out on qualification. Because if Spain had recorded 6 points at this stage and are going to meet them, I think you may have
that.
Yes.
We will rest players.
Yeah, so you get some sort of advantage. So the optics are not looking good for Uruguay. They need
a long ball searching for Darwin Nunes. Can he take on his marker? He does, enters the box, and this is a chance for Uruguay. The cross comes in. Vodzina couldn't get a touch, and goes all the way. Uruguay, there was nobody there to tap the ball into the empty net, and it will be a throw-in for Cape Verde. Valverde slid through, but he had no contact there with the ball. Nunes doing very well, sent the cross in, and Vodzina today has had a shocker. Valverde inches away from getting a touch onto the ball, and any touch from that side meant the ball would have entered the net. A throw comes in, and Mendes smashes one in, but has been brilliantly defended. Now Cape Verde on the attack here. Lopez at the left-hand side. One leash one. Now the ball under the Mendes again blocked. Now we are having a game on our hand, and now Uruguay will attack. A chance for all the 3 points to be by a shot comes in.
I think that's Darren. As for Darren, it's not Darren.
And the man who got the second goal.
Goodness.
GhanaWeb.
This is end-to-end action.
Yes. Sends the ball well over the post. That was a chance there. He had just the goalkeeper to beat. And the fans sensing that was their chance to grab all the 3 points. And Cape Verde, they went searching for the win and they almost got caught at the back. This time, GhanaWeb's shot wasn't well struck enough, and it went all the way for a goal kick. Boys with Cape Verde. A foul, and Borges will receive a yellow card for an off-the-ball movement foul. They have a chance to swing one in. They do. Searching for the Captain Mendes. Does brilliantly to bring it down. Goes past his marker. Finds the pass. And a chance to grab on into the shots.
That wasn't scoring Muslera.
And Muslera coming to the aid of his team. It's been end-to-end stuff here, and both teams do not want to settle
Nice one.
for the points. They all want to grab all the 3 points. 4 minutes left.
What a game
to play. Uruguay coming once again. Oliveira running with the ball. Oliveira side half, scoops one in. Darren Nunes finds his teammates. Now Varela sets a cross in. Another brilliant defending there. Mendes. Nice touch. Goes past the marker, the captain on the side. Sends a diagonal passing. And now Cape Verde on the attack. Can they get the match in that point? Says been brought down. And referee. No points to the corner kick.
I'm not sure. Not
the referee
official.
Points to the corner kick.
The player should release the ball earlier. One touch.
That was the chance there for Helio.
Yeah.
He could have gone for the shots, but decided to go past his marker. No, that was a brilliant tackle there from Bentancur. Won the ball fair and square. And Cape Verde almost grabbed all 3 points there. They have a chance again from the corner. The corner comes in, but it's been cleared away from Bentancur. And Oliveira will send one in. Looked like Nunes was away back. Borges was at the back. Now Lopez sends one in looking for his teammates. Nice touch there. Latte finds Mendes. Mendes at the edge of the D. Unleashes one. But it's been blocked. And it will be a throw-in for Cape Verde. Moreira. Cape Verde throwing bodies forward. Uruguay also not sitting back. Both teams want all the 3 points. Borges. By Uruguay conceded a free kick deep in their half. Bentancur.
Nice one.
Beautiful.
And we had 90 plus 6 minutes on the clock. And that tackle there from Bentancur, yes, he got the ball before he crashed into his man. But once he got the ball, the referee had no problem with that. Cape Verde will have a chance to swing one in. The cross comes in, going for the shots, rather, but it's been easily grabbed there by Muslera. Now Varela looking for Darren Nunes, but Vozina grabs the ball safely. Now This is no longer about structure or tactics. Both teams leaving nothing unturned. And in any other day, on any other day, some teams would have settled for the draw. But Cape Verde and Uruguay are going all out, searching for the win, because they know that once they get all the 3 points, qualification into the round of 32 is all but secured. They've given us a spectacle in the last 10 minutes. Ball has been headed back away by Uruguay. Will have one last chance to attack. Ball has been cleared, and Mendes will hit a long ball, searching for his teammate. Can Cape Verde go on the last attack? He's been brought down, and it's a free kick for Cape Verde. And just at the area where John Pencil during the Black Stars against Uruguay swung one in that caused the penalty for Samoa Jan to hit the crossbar. But the referee wouldn't allow time for the free kick to be taken, and ends proceedings here at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. 2-2 on the night. Marcelo Bielsa not happy with his side dropping points. 2 games played for Uruguay, 2 points won. For Cape Verde, 2 games played, also 2 points won, and they will be the happier side as they face Saudi Arabia in their last group game, with Uruguay facing the European champion Spain. It's ended 2-2 here in Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium. Uruguay 2, Cape Verde 2. Uruguay 2, Cape Verde. And I mean, Suarez's reaction. Yes, it simply tells you how hard Cape Verde have performed to get this result. And it means a lot for the optics in the group. It looks like it's favoring Cape Verde in terms of who qualifies to the round of 32. Let's take a quick breather. In return, we'll give you the full match analysis.
Bigo Cola is changing the game and giving away free cash. Introducing the Bigo Scan and Win promo. Your chance to enjoy great taste and win instant cash every day. Just buy a bottle of Bigo Cola, locate the QR code on the label, scan with your smartphone, watch the video ad, enter your details, and stand a chance to win instant cash. No waiting, no stress, just real rewards instantly. From everyday refreshment to unexpected rewards, Bigo Cola is more than a drink, it's an experience. So what are you waiting for? Grab your Bigo Cola today, scan the code, and win big.
Bigo, big on taste, refresh your vibes. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the
Welcome back from that quick breather. And so it's Cape Verde 2, Uruguay 2. Harry,
yeah,
end-to-end action.
Very, very, very tough game. And then I love the game. In fact, this is one of the most amazing games that we've watched in this tournament. End-to-end stuff. Everyone won the point, because if you are a Uruguay fan, you know that your next opponent is Spain. And then this is a Spain side that also needs the point, because they don't know what will happen in the next game. If Cape Verde scores Saudi Arabia 5-0, and then Uruguay scores Spain, that means one of them is going. So it's either you do your things well and then be on the lookout for what is going to happen. You must be prepared. Now, if Uruguay goes to draw with Spain and then Cape Verde, you also need to make sure you win against Saudi Arabia. If you draw Saudi Arabia, you are 11 points with Uruguay. So 3 points here, 3 points here, then 2 for Saudi Arabia. Then Spain will just have 5 points and then go. So the optics are not favorable to anybody. Anyone can qualify at all in this group, except that Spain is having a lot of goals to their advantage. But then the game has been brilliant. It's been superb. Well, we didn't lose, but then we didn't win too. We take the point and then work on our team.
You take their point. Frank, let me come to you, coach for business management, in-game management.
Well, any debutant at this tournament would have, tried to do something out of the extraordinary, but he stuck to his decisions, he stuck to his players, and he believed in his players. And once he made the changes, the substitutes went on to get the goal. And this is what a very calm coach gives you, because you wouldn't want him to do anything out of the ordinary. And he maintained his shape, even though they wanted to get the equalizer. They didn't do too much. They didn't go all out attacking. But like I said earlier, they had to wait for the opportunity, their moment. And once they got the moment, all they had to do was bury the ball, and they did it. Very good. But all thanks to the players, from the goalkeeper to the defenders to the attackers, they showed that whatever happened against Spain wasn't no fluke. They knew what they were doing, and they meant business in this tournament. And I wish them the best against Saudi Arabia.
You wish them the best against Saudi Arabia. And indeed, with this performance, they look like the favorable side to, get very good results to secure qualification. But as Harry said, it is wide open in each or any of the teams in the group could secure qualification. Now, let's acknowledge our sponsors, those who made this coverage possible. Now, Rush Energy Drink says, be bold, be you. Fatau Isahaku is their brand ambassador. And when he plays the energy with which he plays with, it simply tells you what Rush can offer. But it is not recommended for persons under 18. We have Usla Enterprise. Usla Enterprises, they have generator sets, wheelbarrows, water pumps, and other burden equipment. If you want to reach out to them, you can call 020-300-5498 or 024-816-9258. Their location, you have Adregano and Portia Hotel. You also have Bridge near 69, and then American House and Medina Taxi Rank. That's Usla Enterprise. You have Just Chinese. Just Chinese said they have the best of meal, fried rice, jollof rice, and any other dish that you would want. They have Airport Residential branch, which you can call them on 0554-302-42. They have a branch at Osu as well as East Legon. We have Verna Natural Mineral Water, low, sodium levels, balanced pH level as well. And so they give you the finest when it comes to mineral water that are being sold in the country. DSTV, so much more, your official broadcaster of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. They are giving you all the 104 matches in HD. And so just, if you are not getting some of the matches to watch, because some other platform promise you to show all the matches, then you can still grab your DSTV decoder and dish. It is not too late. We also have Canary Cosmetics. They deal in shea butter. Now it gives you soft skin, glowing skin, and a hydration to 72 hours. Some of them is 24 hours, others 48. But Canary Cosmetics shea butter gives you 72 hours of hydration and also the glowing skin as well. Furniture City says they have sofas, recliners, coffee tables, and TV units. And so if you want any of these items, then Furniture City is the best place for you to go. Now, this World Cup season, they want to make things affordable for you. So, anybody at all will go in there and you will get a whooping 30% discount on all the appliances that they sell. Yes, 30% discount on all the things that are sold by Furniture City. Melcom, where Ghana shops. Now, this season, they are saying that spend over 800 cedis and you stand a chance of winning big prize every week. And so, yes, that is the offer Melcom has for you. Bigo Cola, events such as weddings, birthday parties, and then any other events that you have, you need drink to serve your guests. Bigo Cola is the option. Now, they are saying that if you scan the QR code, you get free cash prize, and then it depends on how much you patronize them and then how you are able to sell their brand as well. Now, 369 Gym and Wellness Center, they are saying that whether you're an elite athlete, weekend footballer, or simply someone committed to living a healthier life, the right environment makes all the difference. Now, they are offering 24-hour service as well as strength training, reformer pilots, group fitness, sports massage. Yes, the massage there is very, very, very important. I mean, how many gym offices that you go that you get massage in addition? 369 Gym and Wellness Center saying that they are giving you that package in addition to all that you do. IV therapy, personalized wellness support, and built on wellness and healthy lifestyle. They are located at East Legon. Emmeline Logistics. Emmeline Logistics is your trusted paint and plaster board supplier. And so their paints, it has interior and exterior paints. They also have water paint solutions, acrylic paints and accessories. They have plaster boards and building materials. All these are available at Emmeline Logistics. Now, location, you can locate them at Banana Inn 92 Place Building, Sakadaru Street. Dome, you can locate them at Golf Fuel Station, and then Agege Last Stop, Dansoma. You can call or WhatsApp them on 054-010-8725. 054-010-8725. These are sponsors that made our coverage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup possible. We brought you 2 games, Spain 4, Saudi Arabia 0. And then the most exciting game, I think, so far in the day, Cape Verde debutants in the tournament, they drew 2-2 against Uruguay. And so this is where we draw the curtains down. Thank you, Harry, for being with me, and then as well as Frank Achampon, our commentator for today. And then big shout out to the editorial team. This is where we end today's show. See you another time.
Watch the video and enter your details. Bigo Cola is changing the game and giving away free cash. Introducing the Bigo Scan and Win promo. Your chance to enjoy great taste and win instant cash every day. Just buy a bottle